There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left.
Side stories?
That's when the cannibalism started.
Side stories. Yes.
Oh, what a wonderful Christmas day.
Dingle bells, dingle bells, dingle all the way.
Oh,
I got
what
dick
fun.
and it dingles and it pees out its front. Hey, dingle bells, I pee on my balls.
Why is he doing this perverted song?
Yeah.
Why is
I
he?
like how perverted it is.
Why is he doing
Dingle
a
bells,
song about
baby.
urine?
Yeah, well, last year I had shingle bells. Hello, everybody.
You did that. You already did that joke at me.
I do that joke constantly every holiday.
You
Sounds
told
like
me
you need
ever
new
since-
Christmas humor, Ed.
It's a good one. You know when I know where it originated? It'll never be as good as where it originated. Is one time on Christmas I called my Aunt Patty and she's like, I have shingles. And I was just like, oh, you mean shingle bells? And then she got really mad and hung up the phone.
I bet
And
I'd
was like,
also
"That's a
hang up the
fucking
phone."
great- It's that proof that it was a great joke.
You're right, because that's the audience that needed to receive it.
Hell yeah. You got to rib the person that's got the shingles, always.
If she can't take a joke, how is she going to handle the rest of the shingles? All right,
Get some cream.
you really got to smile your way through it. Welcome to Side Stories, talking about smiling.
Side stories.
My name's Henry Zebrowski. I'm sitting here with Ed Larson.
How you doing?
And then I have a little bitch on a shelf.
Yeah, you better get them right. I'm the snitch, and I'm here to tell everybody, Santa Claus, Henry's touching my panties again. And it's always scary when the bitch on the shelf comes to snitch.
It's Jackie Zebrowski. I don't touch the bitch on the shelf panties.
I know it doesn't matter, but the bitch on the shelf says you do, and you don't get no fucking toys,
Can't
fat
stop
boy.
the bitch on the shelf.
Yeah,
Can't stop
bro.
the bitch on the shelf.
I'll hold my honesty on my own. I'll hold my true story.
Your blood pressure's high.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Yeah. That's-
Long week.
So
baby.
our Halloween movie show, our horror movie show, people really liked it.
People did enjoy it.
So we figured as a Christmas gift to the audience, we would come back and talk about Christmas movies with Jackie. And I love a good Christmas movie.
I am fine with them.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about Christmas movies. I'm glad we are, because it's Christmas Day. This is the last day in which I am happy. I believe I've received enough Christmas. I started celebrating Christmas with the rest of society as I was forced to on December 1st. I have gone and seen several trees. I saw the big tree. I went to 30 Rock. I went down to I went to 2 malls. We went to the Gay Men's Choir, which was amazing and special.
Certainly did.
Yes.
And so what's awesome is that the second we press stop on this recording, I get to be finally out of Christmas.
Wow.
But I have...
You're hosting Christmas.
Christmas Eve, it's different. Christmas Eve is nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Christmas Eve Jesus ain't here yet. That's what's nice about Christmas
Wait, does
Eve.
he show up on Christmas Day?
Yeah, in the morning. That's when he flops out of her fucking big raggedy ass pussy.
I
Hell
invited
yeah.
some people to your house on Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah, who's coming?
Some people. I'm not going to be there, though. So if you can just entertain them and feed them, I'd
Hell
appreciate
yeah.
it.
Maybe that Uncle Ron guy. What's his name? The guy I've been watching on Instagram, Uncle Ron.
Uncle Ron's is Ron Pertee. That's not who you're thinking of.
No, there's a guy that we've been watching. It's highly inappropriate.
Oh, and he's also called Uncle Ron?
Yeah, he's called like Uncle Roy.
Oh, yeah. He's very upsetting,
Where is
Jackie.
this? I want to find this before we start
I
talking
don't
about
know. We
Christmas
should not
movies.
be plugging this guy. Your phone's over here.
I think that he's a fucking problem.
No,
this guy,
he's
man.
definitely like my father's potential favorite comedian, but he doesn't mean he's a
gotcha.
good man.
No, it's Uncle Ron.
Oh, it is Uncle Ron.
Yeah, it is Uncle Ron.
Oh,
He
man.
says some really controversial stuff, and he likes to piss his own pants. He's my Christmas spirit animal.
Is he a postman? You know, speaking of Christmas,
I don't
and
think he
pissing your
has a
pants,
job. I don't think
I used to have, when I worked at the Village Poorhouse in the East Village, I remember we used to have like big Christmas parties all the time. And they'd be like, that was where you would make a lot of money that time.
Oh,
of year.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember American Airlines came in and they were like, we're going to have a big party in the back and we charge the shit out of it. We jack that shit up.
Good.
Like, give us
Got
your fucking
to.
money.
That's what you get,
fucking
man. Yeah,
airplane.
give me that fucking stupid comfort seating money. Yeah, fuck you, dude.
But what happened was we jacked it up to an obscene amount of money. They agreed to pay it. But you know, remember how the postmen used to always get drunk at our one of them stumbled in the back and pissed and shit his pants in the middle of the American Airlines party.
That's what I'm talking about. I am so upset, man.
Dress as a postman.
I love this. We were just watching Scrooged, and I was thinking about this. Man, I am so sad that we missed out on big, drunk corporate parties where everybody made horrible mistakes.
I've been to a bunch of them. But yeah, those days are over.
But just
I want
understand,
them.
the problem with those parties is that, like, let's say there's 60 people there. 20 people are having the best night of their life.
Yes.
20 of the people are just, it's fine, it's wherever they want to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And 20 of the people experience a life-shattering trauma that ends their career and ends their lives.
Holiday's all about a crapshoot.
So
you know?
you never know what's going to come up, but
I want my ass on the copy machine.
Yes,
Jackie, you can do that at home.
Yeah, we'll get you a copy machine.
Can you find me one, please? They still
Absolutely.
have them somewhere, right?
Oh yeah, or a scanner at least. Now, this is one of the questions I have that I had prepped for today, and this is a perfect way to go into it. I know we're eventually gonna get to what we think are the worst Christmas movies ever.
Oh yeah, I have mine.
Yeah, but before we get into that, since we're talking about Scrooge, I wanted to get your opinion because I know we all love Scrooge.
Love
I think
love
Scrooge
love
is probably top 5, one of my top 10 movies.
Scrooged, or you only can keep one. Muppet Christmas Carol, because they're basically the same plot.
They are.
You
The same breakdown.
And so fuck all the other Scrooge movies and all
Can't
that
we just
stuff.
burn the books of Charles Dickens instead?
Charles Calkins, please.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
According to Uncle Ron.
So what is like to me? I feel like I used to love Scrooged more, but as time goes by, Muppet Christmas Carol is irreplaceable.
Muppet Christmas Carol is objectively a better film than Scrooge.
Better acted.
Well, in terms of I'd say in terms of the accuracy to the material, the way the material is presented, how much fun I'm having when I'm watching it. I love singing the songs.
Looking at their little Muppet feet.
I love
Yes.
Muppets, and I think that it is a better film, but I think that it's kind of the opposite for me. As I get older,
Scrooged is evil.
but Scrooged, I learn more from.
You think so?
Like the ending monologue for Scrooged, which, even though it's hard because Bill Murray was, I guess, famously a piece of shit on
Yeah.
that set.
on most sets, apparently.
Yeah, he was
Unfortunately.
even though he's my comedy hero, one of my comedy heroes, and I'd fain if I met him, he's one of those people that he technically took that entire set hostage and he did whatever he wanted with it. But that ending speech that he gives is so heartfelt and so... Like, it felt like Bill Murray talking to himself.
Yeah.
Right.
It felt like a hard man talking to himself in the only way he can, which is through character on camera and convincing himself that Christmas is good.
And,
Yeah.
and him and Karen Allen together is
Amazing.
electric.
But what about that?
15 years later, and they're just starting
It's
making
very
out.
creepy. It is very. I think it is.
We were
now
joking
watching
about
it,
that.
It is a little bit creepy that it's all of a sudden. It's like he is against every fiber of your being. It's never going to
Yeah.
work. But I have a question for you guys. We talk about this on page 7 every year. How do you feel about the fact that on Disney Plus and also I believe the DVDs they took out in Muppet Christmas Carol they took out the Love Is
Sad
Gone, but
song.
you can watch it in the extended version, like the theatrical version on Disney Plus, but it's not the original thing that you click on. So they take out what I call is the fulcrum of the movie. They take out the love song because they're like, kids don't like it.
It's boring.
It doesn't
Yeah.
test
There's
well.
a moment in our lives.
But it's such an amazing song, and it's also very important to the story.
Because it makes you understand what happened to Scrooge.
So I dare say that I would choose Scrooged if we're talking about Muppet Christmas Carol without When Love Is Gone.
Okay.
But with When Love Is Gone, I feel that Muppet Christmas Carol is... it hurts me to say it, but it's a better song. It's a better movie.
The love is gone. The sweetest
I did not see
dreams
this
we have
coming.
ever known.
I know also Scrooge has Jeffrey Joseph.
Yes, he was our buddy.
Which is very important.
And I can text him each time or comment on Instagram that I just saw you in the film.
And it never fails that I watch it legitimately every year, and it always makes me laugh.
It doesn't
it really
make
does. It's filled with jokes. Richard Donner. Who would have thought?
so good.
But again, it's all Bill Murray, and then the characters. It was the
Carol Kane.
It's just an incredibly cast film. It's just so good. It's so well cast. Bobcat Goldthwait. Which then you think about Bobcat Goldthwait, how he made an entire superstar level career with just having a funny voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's the dream.
It just doesn't happen anymore, but he made it like a dream that you thought you could get. Do you remember he had an entire summer blockbuster film of him talking to a horse?
Oh, Hot to Trot.
Yeah.
John Candy played the horse.
It was a huge movie.
Yeah.
But his Bigfoot movie, actually, I don't think was that bad.
Oh, I didn't
It
see
was
it.
fun. Willow Creek was
It's
good.
fun. It's not like it is definitely one of those that's like it's more in your brain than of what you're seeing. So it's not like violence. I think a lot of people thought it was boring, but I thought it was fun.
I was
God
kinda,
Bless America is
Willow
pretty
Creek.
crazy.
I like God Bless America, but it's also kind of it's interesting. It also doesn't. I don't know if it,
It doesn't
holds
hold up as much, but also is like more poignant than ever at the same time.
I love Bobcat Goldthwait as a director. Willow Creek I thought was kind of weak, only just because Bigfoot I don't find scary.
You're right. Bigfoot is not scary.
Yeah, I wanna
I
hug
went
him.
into it knowing nothing about it. I think
Yes.
that's why I enjoyed it because I didn't know absolutely anything. So sometimes you got to throw one of those on.
But Bobcat Goldthwait is a very good director, but that's the kind of the rest of the cast.
Father
of, that
of the
movie,
Year.
They also
Oh,
have
God, Father of the Year still holds up. I watched it a couple years ago. I was just like, man.
Robin Williams is so funny in that movie.
Yeah, it's very
He's so funny. That's like, and I think that was like one of the last roles that he was all the way there for too. I
Yeah.
believe. Well, that was the one where.
Oh, wait, no, it's not Father of the Year. What's it? World's Greatest Dad.
Greatest
World's
Dad.
Greatest Dad.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a very different movie.
It's a
That's
different
very
one.
different.
Yeah, World's Greatest Dad is the one where he has to deal with his son.
It's so interesting.
Committing
Robin Williams also
suicide.
been in the movie called Man of the Year and Father's Day.
Yes.
So you can see where we get confused.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies out there.
But one thing we wanted to talk about today, I think most important in this world of negativity, we wanted to talk about what we consider to be the worst
of them.
the worst Christmas movie.
Because everybody talks about the best ones.
And we will.
I personally, I understand. I have an unpopular opinion. If I dislike all of the old maudlin Christmas movies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I hate Miracle on 34th Street.
Really?
I don't like Meet Me in St. Louis. I don't
Whoa.
like
Why?
A White Christmas. I
Whoa.
don't like any of those. You know what it is?
They're good for the daytime, not nighttime.
Yeah. How do I say? They're all movies made by horrible, abusive drunks.
Yeah, but so was The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it was good. I mean, The Wizard of Oz is good. You know what it is they inspire an emotional response in me that I don't like. It's a Wonderful Life also doesn't like. Those are the type of things that it's like, that's not what I like from Christmas. I hate sad Christmas.
You ain't said anything. I feel like anytime you feel precipitation on your face, you
Yeah.
just go, I hope I'm sweating.
Yeah,
No,
Jackie and I live in the sad world.
I
love
like
to be
sad. Well,
sad.
Jackie likes to cry. I
do I,
dislike crying,
actually.
but it's not for me. It's just not. I just
I
don't like
refuse
sad
to work
films.
out, and tears are the same solution as sweat.
You're correct.
You're damn right.
Because it's
Yeah.
just your body crying.
You damn right.
But I think that the worst Christmas movie of all time, as far as I'm concerned, is Christmas with the Cranks.
Wow.
And Christmas with the Cranks, the reason why I
is dog
absolutely
shit.
can't stand that movie is that it is unfortunately Tim Allen at the end of his powers. Jamie Lee
He's got
Curtis.
him back. He's got his powers
Jamie Lee
back.
Curtis is kind of fun in it. I don't think it
She's
deserves
fine.
5% on Rotten Tomatoes. If you like these kind of shit Christmas movies, it is perfect for that. I feel
It's
like
not, though. Do you understand what the message of that movie is? The very center of that movie is? Don't you even
It's all
try to be
commercialism.
different. It's literally about don't try to be different. Do the same thing that you've always done.
Yep.
Do what we do. Don't do what other people want you to do.
That's what
Just
Christmas movies are.
It's all about conforming and coming home to a family that you don't want to go to, and then you got to go and be a part of this ritual that you don't want to necessarily be in, and everybody's pressuring you and screaming at you about how you're ruining everything because you don't want to do it, and everybody's a fucking busybody in the movie, and I don't like the message of the movie. It makes me angry.
All right.
all right. Wow. All right.
Yes, that's the thing. It's literally the message of it is not even just the movie. I'm not talking about the casting. Dan Aykroyd's in it. I love him.
Yeah.
There's a couple other funny little
I mean,
bits
he's
in
been in
it.
a lot of shitty movies.
Oh yeah, he just needs the money. And now that he's he's cheating, so he's spending for two.
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd got divorced
Yes.
after like 40 years of marriage, man. Men are dogs.
Man, something broke that camel's back. I tell you what.
It's Dan Aykroyd. He got sick of turning it down.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Hey, man, look at him. Look at him now. This just happened.
Look at how thick his neck is. It's what everybody dreams of.
They're separating, so maybe they work it out.
He still visit his
They
wife.
are legally married.
Well, they're estranged, which is almost worse than divorce. He says he always goes to visit his wife Donna's magnificent home. That he has purchased. Yeah, he said, what are you going to do, man? You can't keep you can't keep one of my boys down. That's a Blues Brother, man.
I do love the roids.
That's my celebration right there, man. The freedom of Dan Aykroyd. He needs to be free, dude. We need to get him out there, man. We
Do
need
you
to go.
think it had anything to do with his obsession of the occult and aliens? And maybe it's a look into your future?
Yeah, UFOs and love of the material kills love. I've been saying this for years. They were married for 39 years. Man, no, but he got thirsty. He met some horny ass probably some lady with no bra on from Southern California or Sedona, Arizona. They wanted to tell him all about crystals and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, you mean crystals I can buy?" And she's like, "No," and she shows him her hard nipples.
Yeah, is that what happened?
I hope so, for his sake.
Hell yeah.
We're going to talk with him. I want to talk with him about this.
I love him.
I want to talk with him about how you still fucking.
Yeah.
How you still out there fucking? What's that game like?
They fucking glue popsicle sticks to their penis. Jackie, what is your worst Christmas film?
Really depends on what we're talking about when it comes to worst and what the criteria is.
What are you talking
It took
about?
me a while
That's what
to
I was about
figure
to
out.
say.
Yeah.
For my specific criteria, I'm going to say any Christmas movie that adds Christ into it. And that is a lot of them. That's the thing.
Christ
But,
shouldn't be in the season.
you know,
We're past Christ. We're post Christ.
It's over it. Like, already born. Like, we already did it. Like, who gives a shit? It is about buying presents, and it's about eating a bunch of fish on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
So last year we did watch the movie Saving Christmas, which is the Kirk Cameron joint.
Well, I mean,
And
come on.
Of
Yeah.
course,
This might be the word. You might win this
It
round.
is. It really is. Like, because you think like, oh, it's going to be so bad that like it's kind of fun to watch,
It
but
isn't.
it's not. And there's also, I think, most movies that have I can't think of the word right now. What is it called when everybody stops and starts singing and dancing in the middle of the street? And
It's a musical.
No. There's a flash mob.
Flash mobs. Oh my God, I hate flash mobs so much.
Flash mobs.
You almost forgot they existed.
I hate flash mobs.
hate flash mobs.
God, I hate flash mobs.
I love a musical. I hate a fucking flash mob.
I just learned the term diegetic and non-diegetic, which is like if movements happen within the world of a film or happen outside of the world of the film, and that whether or not there's like a conversation about musicals being diegetic or non-diegetic. Like, are the songs in a musical natural to the environment of the musical? Like, are they reality or are they separate from reality? Is it a moment of commentary upon the musical, or is the musical within itself?
Is it
it's like
subtext
Garfield.
or text?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and then or flash.
Yeah, look at
mobs
this. Look,
paid-
diegetic versus non-diegetic. If you look at this, it says, we pop it if we can read it. All right, diegetic, sounds that belong in the world of the film. So
Okay.
so diegetic sound is stuff like, you know when they do the thing where you hear a song playing at the top of a movie and you see somebody driving and then they shut off the song in the car and the
yeah.
radio? That's called diegetic sound because that sound is within the world of the movie. Non-diegetic is stuff like narrative voiceovers, stuff that is outside of the screen sources.
Interesting.
Oh, okay, that's very interesting. Well, we all learned something today.
Yes.
And I appreciate that. Now, one movie I dare say that goes up against Saving Christmas for me is a movie I've actually seen multiple times. And every time I watch it, I get more and more enraged.
Okay.
And that is the movie Jack Frost. And that is starring, and I'm not talking about the
Michael
horror
Keaton
movie.
one?
I'm talking about the Michael Keaton one.
It's bad.
And
Yeah,
it is.
It's on my list as well.
I will stare at Kelly Preston do almost anything just because I like the look of her. Rest in peace. But Jack Frost.
Yeah, you look at her corpse.
Oh yeah, man. I'm
Kelly
looking at
Preston's
that.
dead?
Yeah, man. And
Yeah, she
she's
died.
winking at me. Oh yeah.
John Travolta's son died.
When
She
did Kelly
died.
Preston die?
Years ago,
It was like right after, like very close to the son dying. She died of cancer too.
Wow.
Yeah. Really, really
Holy
sad.
shit!
R.I.P.
But- R.I.P. Very sad.
In it,
It's the only way to get a Scientology clean.
Oh, it's like they pressed her in the ground.
hey, baby, Shingle Bells, come on.
It's been 4 years. I can make the joke.
Yeah, you can. It's fine. It's okay now. Enough time has passed.
I think what makes me the most angry is that Michael Keaton in the movie is in this like kind of like a blues traveler kind of band, and
But
he
that would be a
wears.
good role for him, maybe.
Sure, because I love Michael Keaton, and
Yeah.
it's why I've seen this movie 6 or 7 times.
I've never seen it.
Don't.
I'm not going.
Save
I
your
did
fucking
not want
time.
to, yeah.
Watch the other Jack Frost.
The horror movie?
The horror movie, and at least then it's like,
That's with
He looks good with the guitar in his hands. That's for certain.
oh, don't get. I'm
Shannon
again.
Elizabeth's in that one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this movie made me so upset.
Where's she at?
Shannon Elizabeth? She was just
around.
Yeah, she's still doing stuff. You know what she was in recently? The remake of Night of the Demons. She played Angela.
Professional poker player.
Really?
Whoa, no way.
That's cool.
That's hot.
I mean, she just got so much. I don't even like gambling.
Yeah,
That's
that's
really fucking cool.
Yeah, I'll hang out with that.
all right,
I'd sit there and
okay.
blow on the chips.
Okay.
I'll blow on the dice. Get a little cocktail dress on. Come on, Shannon Elizabeth. You got 2 first names. Come on. You know what it says here, according to Jack Frost? Did you know, Jackie? 3 of Frank Zappa's 4 children are in it. Dweezil.
Which one?
Dweezil, Ahmet, and Moon Unit.
Man, whenever they did Celebrity Jeopardy, I would get so mad because they would never take it seriously.
No, of course not. Her name's Moon Unit. What else has Moon Unit done? Oh, he's just, just wrote a memoir. Earth to Moon. He
Sorry.
appeared as a guest. Whoa.
Also, as we were just looking up Jack Frost, I forgot also specifically about the Santa Claus 3, which stars, and this pains me to say
I
it,
watched it a couple years ago.
Oh,
Martin
Moon
Short.
Unit is a woman?
Yeah, as like Winter.
as Jack Frost.
yeah.
Moon Unit Zappa's a woman?
Sure.
I'm not
I
going to
don't
answer
know.
that question.
I have no idea.
I
No, it
refuse
says
it.
it's just a woman. It says an American actress, singer, and author.
I don't trust Google. Could be incorrect.
She looks great.
Looks like a woman.
Yep.
I'll call it a woman.
Nice little. He's got a little bandana on there.
Calling it.
Sorry, I just slid down a Moon Unit Zappa hole.
Whoa, don't tell your wife.
Hey, come on! It just with my brain.
But I also do like, I am the kind of person, though, that really enjoys like a Hallmark. I like a shitty Christmas movie.
Well,
though.
you love Christmas.
I like a bad Christmas
don't-
movie as well. I'll watch a bad Christmas movie. The Lindsay Lohan movie that came out last year where she gets amnesia, that was a lot of fun. The one that came out
forget
this
this
year,
not good.
garbage.
And it also was starring Mr. Fitz from Pretty Little Lies.
What is the name of this? It's called Falling
It is-
for Christmas.
That was last year's. This year's is Our Little Secret. And Our
Falling
Little
for-
Secret.
Falling,
for
don't
Christmas
watch
was
Falling for
Don't
Christmas.
worry about
But
it.
it was fun.
I enjoyed it.
It was fun
I had a
if
good
you
time.
like shitty Christmas movies.
Yes.
But save your time with Our Little Secret.
I do like how everyone's rooting for Lindsay Lohan, though.
She looks great.
She looks great.
She's killing
She seems
it.
like she's got her act together.
But didn't
I'm all about it.
She like. Doesn't she with some guy that's sort of like a human trafficker out of Greece, right? Doesn't she own like
I'm rooting for her. I
like a thing that she hangs out?
I want her to have
right?
a good life. I just want
Is
her
she
to
with
have a
Andrew
good life.
Tate? Is that what's happening?
She's just
Oh,
like
my
out
God.
there. I believe that she's with some gangster. And
We're all rooting for her.
I am definitely rooting for her, you know? Yeah, sure, she abandoned the Mykonos Beach Club.
Yeah,
yes,
she was in the
you know.
Mykonos Beach Club. Oh, yeah, she abandoned them. They needed her.
What's the Mykonos Beach Club?
She had a reality television show where she was ostensibly whitewashing her life, living in Greece. Now she's got a Mykonos Beach Club.
And she had like an accent for a while that was interesting.
I think that's just getting. I feel like more people truly need to ease up on gaining an accent while on vacation.
Yeah.
Because you're just trying to ingratiate yourself with the locals. Lindsay Lohan, yeah, she's obviously not from Mykonos, but at the same time, when in Mykonos,
you gotta assimilate. Now, Eddie, I know you also dislike shitty Christmas movies, but did you happen to check out the Dr. Seuss The Grinch musical live?
No, I would never.
that was wonderful.
I dare say might be
Like,
worth
that
it
is
just
wonderful.
because it's
Like
so
on Broadway,
bad.
or-
Yeah,
is
it
a
was on
special-
live television.
Yes,
Oh.
but it's a
This
special.
was yes. I forgot about this, Jackie. Yes.
And I actually would love it if you check, because I think it's on Hulu. You can still watch it on
playing
Hulu.
the Grinch? Is that Tilda Swinton?
No, it's, oh God, what's his fucking name?
It is
from Glee.
horrible. Matthew Morrison, the lead, the uncharismatic lead teacher man from Glee.
He tries to make the Grinch like horny.
No,
but
he's not
it's
horny.
very, very uncomfortable.
The Grinch is specifically not horny.
This is the thing, but he does all of this like dancing movement, like he's trying to be seductive.
Yeah,
evil.
why is he being sexy?
Oh, and I don't like the person. A person is the dog.
Yeah, and that's which.
Well, you have to have a person as a dog. A dog can't sing.
I would like that. I'd rather have a dog on stage.
Of course,
and
we
let it
all
bark
would.
Through. I mean, one of my favorite Christmas carols is the dogs barking jingle bells.
Sounds like when the bitch on the shelf, yeah, man, goes caroling. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
When you go caroling is like, all right, everybody, jingle bells, but the king of dogs.
Growl it out.
All right, so
I watch it? I'm just gonna say something here. I'm watching this musical playing. This is why musicals are dead and over. It's because of this moment of Grinch dancing with this dog on live television that they put a lot of money in. A lot of money went into making this a thing because this was live when it was done.
Do you think they beat him when this was over?
I hope they did.
Have we heard of Matthew Morrison ever since?
No.
He looks like a moron. This is the worst shit I have. This is the worst fucking garbage. Look at this. Yeah. What is he even doing? What is this? He's just kind of trotting back and forth. He's being sexy. He's doing the same moves as Madonna from Like a Virgin.
It's just close your legs. You're the Grinch.
I don't want to see your Grinch taint.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, is
Grinch.
that green
He's
too?
sexless. He
Yeah.
has no genitals.
Yeah, it's just all of it. He's really just, I'm going to say, not good in it.
Thank you.
But it is kind of fun because it's not that long. So if you're looking for something to have on in the background to just like zone in on every couple of minutes, being like, what the fuck is happening? Throw it on.
Yeah.
What's your worst Christmas movie, Eddie? Because you have a hard time. You are, of all the people I know, in people who watch as many films as you do, you have a truly accepting nature.
Well, I'm always just impressed that they finished making a movie.
That's what I talk about
You
with
know,
Natalie. Whenever we watch something that's extremely bad, the thing that we always remind ourselves, like as we're watching stuff, it's like, they made a movie.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Right?
What are we doing right now? We're sitting watching something that they went and put the time and effort in to make. And yes, it was wasted time, wasted effort, wasted money, but they did it.
They have a project at the end.
They got it done.
So I was drawn between two, and one of them is a series of films that I can't stand. But before we get into that, I'm gonna say Spirited fucking sucks.
Spirited is as if, like, the only way to really describe it is that it's so corporate. It's so utterly direct
Really
of
bad.
soul.
And I love Sunita, and I wanted the best for
Love
her.
Sunita. Love Sunita Moni's one of our old
I was
friends.
so happy to see her, but like that movie fucking blows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what it is that it's the problem. I've noticed this. Like, I was talking about this with my mom recently of they're
heart.
They're having a hard time creating like another Christmas classic film.
Well, the
stop
thing is, they
doing
used
the
to
same
come out
story.
like once every 3 years.
It did.
A Christmas movie when we were younger. Now there's like 10 a year, and we're supposed to like all of them, and the story never changes. I'm fucking sick of it. Spirited was dog shit. It was forced. It was rushed. It seemed like it was like slop. The set design was sloppy. It was the whole thing. I haven't seen an Apple movie I like, by the way.
Also, can I say this? Because we saw the L.A. Gay Men's Choir. It was fantastic, and they sang the first. It was candy focused this Christmas.
Yes.
Right. The first half was from Willy Wonka, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. They sang those songs, and those songs are so fun, and they're so emotional and emotive and evocative.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and then. The second half, they decided to sing 3 songs from the
Two
new
songs.
The two. It felt like 9 songs.
It did.
What is with modern musicals? If you get a chance to see the Gay Men's Chorus of Los Angeles, you should go.
please
They're
check
great.
It's
them out.
unbelievable.
Yes, they're amazing.
They do like 3 big shows a year.
It's wonderful. But I was so surprised at we are better at ever than we should be better at ever than anything and everything.
Yeah.
But it's so funny when they're like, we can't write a good musical anymore. It feels like that type of thing where you are, I wasn't into Hamilton. I'm not into Lin-Manuel, blah, blah, blah. I'm not into that guy. I'm not into like that style of musical either.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird to go see a musical that has I was like, there's 3 songs here where I couldn't tell you what the chorus was.
Yeah.
Like, not to be anything, I can't tell. I'm like, and I'm feeling like an old man being like, am I wrong that this song has no chorus
Make it
or
catchier,
bridge?
yeah.
It has nothing. I'm not walking away humming it. I have no idea what's going on. Like, at the end of the original Willy Wonka movie, you know every song, even though you've only heard it once in the movie.
Yeah.
You're walking out singing the songs.
Oh man, Pure Imagination is a gorgeous,
Wonderful song.
gorgeous fucking.
And it's
song.
like Wicked. Wicked's not for me though, but you like Wicked. Did you see Wicked? You liked it.
I enjoyed it. Very much enjoyed it.
No one told us it was a part 1.
Yes, that is
That
very
is
upsetting.
rude.
It's very, very upsetting.
That
It's
is
the new
fucking
tactic.
rude.
It's between that and also the amount of movies that pretend like they're not a musical, and then you go and see it and they're a
I
musical.
just saw Amelia Perez, and that happened to me. I didn't know. I saw the preview. It wasn't. I didn't know it was a musical, and I went, and it was fucking awful. I left, and I went and saw Carrie.
Don't lie during the trailer. I feel like it's like, don't bury the lead, bro. Like,
Yeah.
people want to know what they're going to go see.
Yeah, I couldn't handle it.
No, because no one would go because people hate musicals because they
yeah.
can't write good musicals anymore. They don't know what they're doing with them. I don't know why. Just hire pop singers to write the songs.
This
like
movie's gonna
legitimately.
win all the Oscars this year, apparently, and I just like.
And you didn't like it?
I can't hate it more.
It's a
Wow.
musical.
I couldn't get through 30 minutes.
This thing's a fucking
Wow.
I was
musical.
in
it's
a
a
theater.
musical,
I was
yeah.
in a theater of 8 people, and 6 of them were laughing about how bad it was.
Why don't they hire
Yeah.
like even though I dislike them, I'm actually really confused as to why isn't Ed Sheeran, who is one of my least favorite artists in the world, but he can write a catchy ass song, why is he not writing all of the songs for a musical?
You just doomed us.
I'm just saying. But he would write. But unfortunately, as much as I hate all of his songs, they're getting right in my head. Right?
Yeah.
I know half of his songs for some reason because I've heard him on the
Who's
radio.
that guy Groban? What's he do?
Josh Groban.
He's just a singer, though. He's not a writer.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't do jack shit. Matthew Morrison also, who's only in 2 other things since The Grinch.
Oh.
And
All right.
yes,
So
Please.
this is what I wanted to say is the thing about Christmas movies, and I don't hold these as Christmas movies because obviously there's a lot more going on, but I feel like they're jammed down my throat every Christmas. And I never like them. I can't like them. I've tried several times. Fuck these Harry Potter movies.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I am.
It's not-
I
it's
just
not-
can't.
no.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
I am
no.
just sick of it. It's like this is not a Christmas movie.
It's not a
They bring it
Christmas
up
movie.
for a little while in the middle of the movie, and then everyone's calling them Christmas movies.
It's just because
and they're
people
just
buy
jammed
stuff.
down my throat.
Yeah.
Every Christmas is Harry Potter, and he's a piece of shit. He offed himself.
Did you just ruin the end of Harry Potter? That is just one of those things that's all marketing. It's just marketing.
They also push Lord of the Rings, which I'm kind of down for because I like something that takes like an entire day.
But it's not a
yeah.
Christmas movie.
yeah, it's not. But
It's you know what it is? It's a time off from work movie.
Yeah.
And I feel like that, I wonder if there are because that to me, that's different. And I feel like those are, you settle in, right? Like, I love a time off from work movie. That's when I sit and watch Napoleon. That's when I sit and watch something long and difficult.
But also the Harry Potter movies dropped during, like they were all released during Christmas time. So I feel like a lot of people created like traditions around watching
That
them
makes a lot of
and then
sense.
rewatching them before the next one would drop. Like I think that is why it's more like a tradition that people created for themselves.
Also, you know what happened to me with Harry Potter? When the first movie came out, I'm working at a restaurant called Garfield's. It's basically Fridays. It was in the Tallahassee Mall.
I remember Garfield's.
And Harry Potter, the first Harry Potter movie, came out in the mall. The movie theater was across the hall from Garfield's in the mall on Black Friday. And it was one of the worst days of my whole fucking life.
Oh, yeah,
And
buddy.
then we had like a 2-hour wait, and so people started getting the idea to order to go.
Garfield's closed.
Thank God. They were awful. And but people got the idea to start ordering to-go food, and so like the tickets just started coming in, and like,
my
and then people were just eating to-go food in the middle of the fucking mall and throwing it on the ground and
Yeah,
shit.
dude.
And it was a
Nightmare.
fucking disaster. So I think that's where my hatred for Harry Potter comes from. But it's because of the trauma of that day. But
Oh, yes.
I understand that.
but I do like a butterbeer.
Sure.
I like butterbeer with bourbon in it.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, you got to have to buy the bourbon separate, and then when the bartender's not looking, you pour it in there.
Yeah.
Because they're not allowed to serve you a spiked butterbeer.
But it's much better that way.
Much better that way.
Much better that way. I'm neutral on the Harry Potter thing just because I do know that I don't know. I don't even think about them. I don't think about them during Christmas time. Now I'm trying to re-herald within my own life Gremlins.
Gremlins.
God,
Because for a long time I left Gremlins alone.
It might be the best one.
It's so good.
I left it just because I kind of feel like as a child I overwatched it. I watched it so many times, and so I hadn't seen it probably in a couple, like literally a decade or so.
So funny.
And then I sat and watched it probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago. That I really think that it might be one of my favorite Christmas movies, and I know that it's like very stereotypical of me, but also
I mean, it's unbelievable.
the movie itself is fantastic.
Yes.
Like the characters are amazing.
Well, that's the thing. And how do you feel about movies that are technically Christmas movies? Because that's why when I was talking about like the criteria earlier, that like I've started peppering in Edward Scissorhands in my yearly
Christmas.
watches.
It's on my list right now.
Because it's such a good movie, but then is it still like, I feel like some people are like, it's not Christmassy enough to be a Christmas movie.
You got
If you're going to watch Harry Potter, then
That's what I'm
fucking
saying.
Edward Scissorhands is way more Christmassy.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
about snow.
This is the thing.
And it's got like what's his butts.
Okay, good.
It's on the list.
Batman Returns also. Lethal Weapon, fucking awesome. I
Amazing.
love watching Lethal Weapon. But the one of them that I always go to that I just want to give a shout out to and I love and I feel like the world shunned this movie and no one talks about it ever. Trapped in Paradise.
God, I love this movie.
I haven't thought of Trapped in Paradise in
Trapped
so
in
long.
Paradise.
I showed it to Jeff last year,
Yeah.
and I love Trapped
It
in
is
Paradise.
so funny.
I gotta
Dana
re-see
Carvey is
this.
the kleptomaniac.
Yes,
I
so
love this
good.
movie.
Nicolas
John Lovitz,
Cage.
so
Everyone's
good.
killing it in
It's
this movie.
such a
Can I
good
ask
movie.
though, upon rewatch, because you rewatch it closer than I watch it, do they not steal the dynamic of the Home Alone thieves? Because you notice too,
No, they're not getting hurt.
No.
Yeah, because
They're
we
not
just
getting beat
redid.
up on.
We just rewatched Home Alone and Home Alone 2, and it is kind of funny because Home Alone, you forget why. You know, it's obviously a classic film. John Candy, I forget, is the sneaker, like the best part of the whole movie, weirdly. But
Yes.
then, like Home Alone 2. Upon watching it, I remember loving it as a kid, and then rewatching it as an adult just recently. I was like, "Oh, the first 45 minutes of the movie is the exact same as Home Alone 1, except he goes to New York."
And,
Yeah, of
and
course.
the last 45 minutes as well.
I was trying to look up the length.
Yes, it does the fighting, but it's
Yeah.
like the same though.
Yeah.
it's the same.
It's
It's,
just
the same
different
plot.
pranks, yeah.
Yes,
Trapped in
same
Paradise.
pranks, same plot, same pranks.
Yeah.
Trapped in Paradise, I will say, it is an hour and 51 minutes, and it does feel it. That's the thing, is that it needed, and that it will be, it's forever, like the letdown is that it's longer than you remember.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, but it's the mid-90s. You know what, how I feel like it always added like way more trying to have like real moments.
Yes.
And where it's like, we
Emotion.
didn't need it. We didn't need it. I literally just want to watch Nick Cage, Dana Carvey, and John Lovitz be them.
Yeah.
That's all
and
I
the
wanted.
mom is so fucking funny.
Great. So
Oh, my God.
wait, what is that woman's name? Because she is an
'cause
amazing
you know what,
character actress.
You know what you're saying is so hilarious too, because I was just looking this up for some reason. I wanted to see Dumb and Dumber was almost 2 hours long, and there was no reason for
Yes.
even though
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber is
Yes.
fantastic. It's just the things that are bad in Dumb and Dumber are all the genuine moments. Well, actually, I'm wrong about Dumb and Dumber because I do love the I'm sick of being a fucking nobody. Like when he does that like weird emotional monologue
It can
and that
still be done well.
Like, that thing was like, you remember that? Like he does that weird out of nowhere where he's just like hyper emotional and real in the apartment before they go on the road trip.
But that's the thing, and I feel like Dumb and Dumber is in that same place with Trapped in Paradise, in the same place as like My Blue Heaven. When like
But
I
Dumb
feel
and
like
Dumber's like a classic.
oh, it's a classic. But I'm saying we watched it because it was on TV all the time. Like I feel like I watched the first hour of Dumb and Dumber 100 million times.
Well, we would
very
just
much so.
catch 20 minutes of a
Just like-
movie
yeah,
back in the
exactly.
day because it was just randomly on TV.
Yes.
You'd like you'd see like the middle of a movie 3 million times just because that's what happened.
I always found it so sad that Dana Carvey never really got his movie star ascension. That he never really got the project that took off of really took off. Like he just had besides Wayne's World. But man, he really did. It's good.
But it's Wayne's World. He's
It is.
yeah,
He's Garth.
and Master of Disguise, you forgot.
Yeah,
Turtle, come on, bitches! Turtle,
turtling over you?
bitches!
Speaking of Trapped in Paradise, The Ref is very similar. You guys, when's the last time y'all seen The Ref?
I haven't seen The Ref
In a long time.
Yeah, it's around the same time period. Dennis Leary, it's got a lot of similar themes, like someone like kidnaps a family kind of on Christmas. and
Ooh,
it's
all right.
Bad guys learning to be good, like through the love of Christmas.
The world really was captivated by Dennis Leary for a period of time. And then he just kind of went, he was on that Rescue Me show for like fucking 10 years. I had no
Yeah.
idea how long that show was on.
Dude,
yeah.
they had like a compound in New York. I auditioned for that show once, and they had like a full floor of a giant
yeah.
building. Yeah, it was wild.
You know what
People
movie
loved
always
it.
makes me think of you, Eddie, at Christmas time? That's the movie Mixed Nuts.
One of my favorites.
It always makes me think of
Suicide
you.
Hotline Christmas movie in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles.
I think Madeline Kahn's last movie, I believe.
And I just remember watching this just drunk in the middle of the day when we used to live together, and
Yeah.
you're just like, Mixed Nuts again.
Yeah, you guys rewatched Mixed Nuts a lot.
I bought it. I own it on
I
DVD.
know. You
Yeah,
love
yeah,
that
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
That's one of those movies that, like, I go in and out.
18% on Rotten Tomatoes?
Rotten Tomatoes is...
Go fuck 13. Go.
I love you
fuck
with all my
yourself.
heart, Eddie, but if you rewatch it.
I watch it every year almost.
All right, well, I'm glad you like it.
When's the last time you've seen it?
The last time I remember seeing a chunk of it, I was just like, oh, wow, some of this doesn't age well. And
It's upsetting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's about a suicide hotline on Christmas.
Yeah, no, it's very upsetting. But also, I mean, Julie Haggerty. I love Julie
Yes.
Haggerty. She's the female lead in that movie. She's from Airplane. And,
oh, yeah, she's wonderful.
But yeah, I mean,
she's
the
a great
cast
actor.
is perfect. It's one of Adam Sandler's first movies.
Wow, that's actually very interesting.
Juliette Lewis. Yeah,
Yes.
Rita Will.
Liam Neeson plays a trans person trying to deal with Christmas. It's one of the first movies to deal with this subject.
I do think it's interesting. I think it's interesting. I think the subject matter is very interesting. I think it was during a weird period in Steve Martin's career.
It was. Yeah, he was
Oh,
making
yeah.
choices, you know?
Which I appreciated about him, because he made a bunch of weird choices back in the day before he started making all the movies with what was that thing where he had like the 19 kids? Cheaper
by the dozen.
where he kind of fucking gave up a
Yeah,
little bit.
Cheaper by the dozen.
You know what I just rewatched? I know this is kind of a hard right, but it's pretty fucking great. Have you ever seen Rare Exports?
It's on my list.
Oh, yeah.
Rare Exports.
I never actually saw it.
A lot of hanging dong.
You
Oh,
you
okay.
will really like Rare Exports.
You know, I
It's-
met the director when they were promoting the
Really?
movie. He came into Village Poorhouse. He came in and he's like, "Do you mind if we put the poster up?" And I was like, "Go for it, bud." You know, and I
Yeah,
wanna put
take
it-
your little moe up
yeah, because it
there.
was playing at the movie theater across the street.
It is fun.
It is a wonderful movie, and it was just on.
89%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of the better Christmas horror movies, I think.
It has 76% than Mixed Nuts.
Yes.
Is that what we're trying to talk about?
Yeah, I guess
here?
so.
I would
That is
say
fucking bullshit.
I would say it is that much more of a better film.
No way. I will die on this hill because it is hard for me to get up the hill.
I understand.
Here, just let me die.
It was just on The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. He just did a whole section
Oh,
on
really?
Rare Exports.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. That
All right,
movie's
I'll check that out this
it's
year.
truly, truly
I might watch it tonight, actually.
it's probably top 5 Christmas horrors.
Yeah.
That and
Yeah.
Black Christmas, the OG.
I mean, well, now
God, Black Christmas is
Terrifier
so good.
3 is taking the reins.
Terrifier 3
is taking the reins.
Thank
Yes.
you, Terrifier 3. I want to
Yes.
say
Yeah.
thank you again for taking up the cause of adding to the Christmas horror movie lexicon. That is what we need this.
Yeah.
We needed you.
Yep.
And also, I just saw you floated past Die Hard. Oh my God.
Die Hard 2.
Our mother, our beloved mother, she was like, oh, the best movie I've seen this year. You've got to see it. Red One. You got to see it.
She really wanted us
And
to
so
watch
we
Red One. We
rented
refused to watch
it
I
and we
couldn't
put it
watch
on, and literally
You rented it? It's a Netflix movie.
I don't know what it was on. I just clicked on it. I just wanted to.
Did you pay for a Netflix movie?
I legitimately just wanted my mom to be engaged with something.
It does
And
have
so
a talking bear.
I put it on, and as we're sitting and watching it, Natalie leans over to me and she's like, "Is this what prison is like? Like, is to be forced to do this? Is this like watching television
all I will
in a
say
common
is-
room in a jail?"
At least in this prison, you get a juiced up J.K. Simmons. You know, I don't want to watch the movie, but at least, you know, J.K. Simmons has got
jacked.
abs and he's taken all
dude,
kinds of human growth hormones.
Can
to
I
get
say
that
this
way.
about J.K. Simmons? Dude, calm the fuck down, man. You don't need to be this ripped. It's bad for you at this age. It's extremely bad. You're gonna die much earlier.
Was old in Oz.
You're gonna die much earlier because of this.
Huge.
He's
now.
definitely juiced. That's
He's
not natty,
juiced.
dude.
No.
That is not. Look at his arms. That is not fucking natural. You need to watch yourself, buddy. It's not about. You got to be careful. Your heart's gonna fucking explode. But it was like, what happened?
I am proud of him.
What happened to Christmas action movies? I thought that was really funny. At the top of Scrooge, you forget. Like we try to watch it, we ended up. We're like, oh, we got to make dinner, and we shut off Red One very quickly, like 25 minutes in, and then I was like, I sit and think, I was like, oh, Red One is literally what the beginning of Scrooged is making fun of.
Yes, exactly.
It's making fun of it, and now we're watching.
Movie, yeah.
Now it's real, and it's bad. It's extremely bad. But then you think about Die Hard, which is a great example of this awesome, like now it's obviously kind of memey. Everyone's talking about it all the time in terms of like
But
being
still
a
an
Christmas movie.
incredible film.
It's just a great movie.
Yeah.
It just happens to take place at Christmas, which is I just want more of it. I want more of that. I think what was nice about Die Hard about the Christmas thing is that it's not a Christmas film, but the Christmas part of it adds this emotional weight.
Of course.
That makes it so fucking that's much heavier for him.
Speaking of emotional weight, when was
I have been getting bigger.
I'm glad it is an intervention.
Yeah,
No,
I got a corset for him.
when was the last time you watched the movie Prancer? I
would say like a decade ago.
I haven't watched it
It's pretty
since
bad.
I was a kid, but I remember specifically being traumatized by this movie.
I saw it in the theater.
Yeah, don't they just shoot a lady's prize reindeer in the head or whatever?
Something, but I didn't know if
Is
I
it
should go back
magical?
and watch it. I apparently it's magical, but
Prancer's
isn't
lost.
it very sad?
I mean, there's lots of sad stuff.
Yeah,
I
doesn't
also love to be
Prancer get
sad.
like molested or something?
No, eaten. No, By the way, we had
spoiler.
reindeer. We had reindeer recently.
Delicious.
It's so good.
I'm sure.
It might be the best meat.
I'm sure. I love an elk.
I ate some reindeer and it pranced out of me into shit.
I bet, man. Oh, and sometimes it goes down greasy, comes out greasier. But apparently Cloris Leachman is in Prancer, and I love Cloris Leachman.
I mean, she's people take work.
I know.
Prancer is work.
I know Sam Elliott's in it too.
Yeah. These are I remember loving Prancer when I was a kid, crying, and then seeing it again like 10 years ago, and it was just like, this is dog shit.
Yeah, he gets sold to a fucking butcher.
That's why it's so traumatizing.
What in the living fuck?
Killed and sold to a butcher. That's the thing. Or does that make this my favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
the living fuck? And then,
Abe
God.
Vigoda's in it.
Understated
I love Abe
masterpiece.
Vigoda.
It's a magical reindeer. How the living fuck is it held by the rules of
Yeah,
man?
chop it up and eat it. Chop it up and eat it for Christmas.
Honestly, it would have been cute if they fucking chopped it up, made it into a bunch of sausages, and then they ate it, and they all started floating. They're like,
that would be cute.
And then Santa comes and rigs up those fucking cannibals up to a fucking sled, and he makes the people pull the fucking sled.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I
dude,
love
fucking
this.
reindeers are free for the fucking weekend.
Can I rapid fire some movies at you to close out the show?
Love this.
All right, Santa's Sleigh. You ever seen it with Goldberg where he plays Santa and he just goes around killing people?
No.
Sleigh, S-L-A-W.
No, I've never seen Gold.
no.
Yeah. It's
Goldberg-
really bad, but he just kills the
that's
fuck out
fun.
of people. Yeah, no.
Wait, actually, can you put that at the top of this, Rob? There's a disclaimer on the top of this video about Santa's sleigh that I wanted to read here real quick that just said the term. It just happened. It happened at it's like, what is it?
Oh.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I'm glad you like the Goldberg videos I upload to the legend as I've recently diagnosed with cancer, which is why I may have the YouTube channel as a tribute to Goldberg to help cheer me up. I put most of my time uploading videos and replying to all you great, amazing supporters. If you could spare any donations, it would be very much appreciated. Thank you. And if not, no worries. I hope you enjoy the channel. I will continue to upload videos daily on the road to recovery. Thanks, Scott. If you could spare any donations, it would be much appreciated. And how many years ago is this? 2 years ago.
All right, well, let's find out if he's alive.
No, I don't want to give. This
Yeah,
guy.
I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy does.
Oh, he's still got the,
Well,
Me and my father have been diagnosed.
No discrimination. What are you talking? What?
just keep putting up those Goldberg videos, buddy. You never know what's going to come.
Yeah. I think that's great. All right. Krampus.
Yes, but I've
I
already
like
seen
it, but
it.
it's not that great.
It's not as good
It
as I
should be
remember.
better.
But I like the practical puppets.
Yes.
I like that a lot of it outside of the gingerbread men. I like that it's practical, and that does keep me coming back to it.
I also like seeing it in theaters. I remember when we saw it in theaters; it was awesome.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Hot Frosty. Did you see it yet, Jackie?
I did.
Was it good?
Well, it really depends on how you feel about the whole idea of like a baby, child, adult, and if you want to fuck that. And I
Okay.
get it, like that really, it's like if
It's like
you,
big, kind of.
Yeah, exactly, but it is a
wait a
snowman
second, what's
turned
hot
into a
from-
human being. It's a snowman turned into a human being that Lacey Chabert tries to fuck, and because she just lost her husband and
I
she's a
have
widow.
to see
And
this.
it's like the hot guy from Schitt's
From
Creek.
Schitt's Creek.
We should show this. We should watch this as a group.
It's a brand new movie.
I even dare say
You called him the hot guy from Schitt's Creek? He's just got.
he's one of the.
Oh, is
he's
that the guy with the
veterinarian.
beard?
He's the veterinarian.
Yeah, but he's just got. He's got way more shredded recently.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
wasn't like that on Schitt's Creek.
He was
I
very
mean,
attractive.
if you're supposed to be hot Frosty, I think you're supposed to look like that,
has to be,
unfortunately,
yeah.
for some people. But it's how you depend on, like, I also really enjoyed Poor Things, but I know a lot of people were like, baby lady, you fuck a baby lady.
It was a
And
great movie.
Yeah.
It's a
People
great
are
movie.
incorrect.
So that's why I enjoy Hot Frosty, but I understand that some people were very upset about it.
Why?
So,
Because he's a frost. He's a
he's a
snowman.
baby
He's
man.
because he's an idiot.
he's a baby man.
No,
Yeah.
he's a fucking snowman.
That's
if
the
he
thing.
was a fuck, if he
Also,
had,
not a human. then.
listen, if he had Down syndrome, it'd be different.
That was my
All right?
biggest issue,
Because think
Eddie.
about this: if he Frosty, because how offensive would that have been if a snowman turned into a Down syndrome adult? How mad would everybody be then? And then she tries to fuck him.
Imagine-
Everybody be super angry.
Oh, no, it'd be fun as a movie that's just like a fleshlight that comes to life, and it's just like, fill me up.
Yeah,
then
it'd be
that's
like,
It still looks like
fun.
please ask me a question about myself, my wants, my needs.
It should remain a fleshlight then. As someone that is a self-described monster fucker, I was upset because I didn't realize that the snowman turned into a human being. I thought she was going to fuck a snowman, and that's what I wanted to watch.
They're not ready, Jackie.
I want to watch it.
All right, Eastern Promises.
Very good. That's an
Ooh,
Eastern Promises.
It takes place during Christmas.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, a naked fight on Christmas
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
I'm
I
here
should
for.
watch this on Christmas
Oh,
Day.
yeah. No, Eastern Promises has a bunch of Christmas in it.
I gotta
yeah.
rewatch this.
Yeah. I fucking love
I
Eastern
only
Promises.
remember the naked fight. That's all I
course.
remember
it's
about it.
I mean, the whole movie's great. It starts off with a brutal murder.
And I love Viggo Mortensen.
All right, we're moving. Family Stone. I know you love it,
Oh,
Jackie.
I do.
Might be my favorite.
I do.
It's
just
just
so
I
fucking
know.
sad.
That's why I like
love
it.
I know. I'm just not into sad. I don't like sad. I don't like to feel sad. I'm already sad.
All right, people go both ways on this movie. Love Actually.
You know, I think
Thumbs
I
down.
hate it more than anything else. I think I have
Thumbs
decided
down.
that I finally, officially, truly, very much hate Love Actually. I just found out Keira Knightley, 17 in the movie. In real life, she's 17.
I did not
and she
know
did
that.
not want to do the cue card scene. She thought that it was very uncomfortable, and she's a 17-year-old, and so apparently they had to shoot it multiple times because she was so visibly upset while she was doing it, she couldn't act her way through it.
Wow.
Unfortunately, though, sometimes, I mean, I guess that's what happens. But she was a child?
17, and she's supposed to be like married in it and everything. It's just all
It is weird.
Old days.
And then of course
Old
everybody
times.
gets
I
upset
love
with the
to
chubby
watch-
girl.
I like to watch Liam Neeson cry.
Of course, and also Emma Thompson cry. I love to watch anybody be sad on
I
Christmas.
want to go to his house and make him cry.
I'm sure he's crying on Christmas. I'm sure.
No,
Who's
now
he-
he's
who's
back
he
with-
banging now?
He's got a
He's
new.
banging Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, dude.
No makeup Pam Anderson
You didn't know
banging
that?
Liam Neeson?
Yeah, dude. He is riding that fucking.
yeah.
She's
Yes,
on
yes,
that
yes,
ding
yes,
dong,
yes,
dude.
yes,
Because
yes,
they're
yes,
making
yes,
Naked
yes.
Gun remake together.
Yeah, they're
Oh
so
my
saying
God.
madly in love with Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Yes, God, that's a happy ending.
Oh, I love this.
And that just
Isn't
shows
it great? Isn't that the best connection?
Yes, it is.
And it just shows you that anything's possible as long as you're almost 7 feet tall, rich, famous movie
And
star.
got a great brogue.
That's
Yep.
all you need to do is be Irish,
That's all.
handsome,
Yeah.
millionaire.
Rich. Yeah.
Holdovers, wonderful film.
Really enjoyed it.
I like that movie.
Really enjoyed
Holdovers
it.
was really good. And I got to say, if we forgot one perfect Christmas film, I feel like it's a good one to close out with. It's a little film called How to Ruin the Holidays. And apparently, How to Ruin
Yes.
the Holidays is
A new Christmas classic.
is to watch the film. Is the best way to ruin the holidays.
See, he's
Oh, is
roasting
it
my
really?
work.
Oh, I know. I haven't. I love you, Henry, but I haven't also watched it. yet.
You
Yeah.
both are ignorant of my work.
Haven't watched
I
it
went.
yet.
I went to the theater.
You
I
did.
saw it. Yeah,
You did.
I went. I booed. It was great.
Thank you. But I did feel that it was a pretty good film. It was.
I
It's a pretty
imagine
good. This film was fine.
You're like Robert De Niro in Cape Fear. Like that's what.
That's my friend.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that was the last movie I was in. So
There we go.
hope you guys go rent that, huh? Can you
Yeah.
please go rent How to Ruin the Holidays?
Go for it.
Because that'll help. That'll really help the dividends. Not for me. I don't make any money off of it, but it
But
would be.
Colin Mockery needs it. Come on,
Yes.
guys.
I don't think he makes money off.
But he was.
Oh.
I liked seeing him in a big role.
He's great too, and also he's extremely nice. He's a great guy.
You're the bad boy neighbor. You're the M. Emmett Walsh of Christmas with the Cranks.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the mean neighbor.
Shock.
Yep.
I'm the mean neighbor. That's why they hired me.
There.
Sometimes just being yourself.
It goes a long way.
It really does.
And didn't you have to shoot like across the in a different house because you had COVID? Isn't
No,
that-
I found out I had COVID on set. This was many years. This was 2021, the first time I had COVID, and I did not know that I was sick. I took a rapid test and the big test. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
And then I tested negative on the rapid test. I shot a day, but then I started not feeling very good, and then it wasn't until the next day that it turned out I tested positive for COVID. But I didn't give it to anybody else.
Man, I
because
gave
I
it
was
to-
wearing those dog
Gave it
cones.
to a lot of people. When I did the L word, I didn't realize I had COVID, and I just wasn't feeling good, but wasn't testing positive. And they tested me twice on set, and I wasn't testing positive. And then turns out I found out later on, gave a bunch of people. Well, I'm sorry.
At least you gave them something for Christmas.
Hey,
Yeah, come
a
on.
lot of people don't do anything.
Come on.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Happy
Hanukkah,
fucking
Kwanzaa.
holidays.
Enjoy
We
it.
love you guys. Thank you for listening to this show. I hope you're having a great time. And when you're at home with your family, remember you don't have to be nice all the time.
You
No.
really don't. And honestly, sometimes those fuckers kind of got to go do their own thing.
Yep.
And you let them go do their own thing. But, you're not responsible for everybody's activities during the holiday.
Yes. Amen.
And it's gonna be
some
over soon.
Take some personal time and remember to take a walk and smoke some weed.
Yep. Take a drink in the garage. Load a gun.
Right.
Clean your
Holidays in
guns.
the
Go and clean your guns.
And if you're looking for any last minute Christmas gifts and you live in the Atlanta area, Last Podcast on the Left is going to be doing a show at the Coca-Cola Roxy on
Yes.
January 11th. Come and check that out. We got shows in Dallas, Toronto, Detroit, and Nashville next year booked. We're going to book some more soon. But more importantly, watch Good Pud. My
Yeah.
Check it
favorite
out.
show on the network.
Thank you
It really
so
is.
much.
Yeah, I like
It
our new
is
show.
So good. It's unbelievable. Spend time watching Good Pud. Really freak out the squares with this show. It's a wonderful thing.
Hell yeah.
Good work, Eddie.
Happy holidays.
Happy
Happy holidays, huh?
Love you all.
Don't let the new year hit you in the ass, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Jerk off.
Yep. Just let mom take mommy out of the room. All right? Give me a Patreon. Last podcast on left. Goodbye.